Welcome to ECCB Connects. This week we meet the two recipients of the ECCB Scholarship for the 2017 Student Program for Innovation in Science and Engineering. The program is administered by the Caribbean Science Foundation, a non-profit organization which promotes science and technology in the Caribbean. Phillip of Grenada and Rol-J of St. Kitts and Nevis were among the 24 students from 13 Caribbean countries who participated in the 2017 program. Let's meet them as they share their experience with us.
My name is Rol-J. I'm 18 years old. I'm a student here at the Nevis Sixth Form College in St. Kitts and Nevis. I am involved in debating, which is one of my hobbies. I also love calypso and cricket, and I do a bit of poetry as well.
My name is Phillip. I go to TAMCC. I'm 18 years old. I enjoy science, but I also have other hobbies like music, and I also play basketball.
There was a student here at the Nevis Sixth Form College, Mr. Orion Stapleton. He went to the SPISE program in 2015, and so he told me about it from fifth form actually, but I waited until I was in sixth form to apply for it. And I also found out about it on the internet as well, but more so by Mr. Stapleton. He really encouraged me to apply for it.
My chemistry teacher, Mr. Noel, told me about it. He encouraged me to sign up for it, so I decided it would be a good opportunity. So I signed up and I got in.
Although at high school I did like a wide range of subjects, I really focused on the sciences, and so I found that I would have been able to be well suited for the SPISE program. I'm not really into the engineering aspect of it per se, but the sciences area, that's my focus. I actually did, and I continue to do all the sciences, but mainly biology and chemistry as well. I like physics a bit, and that would have helped in terms of applying for SPISE and being able to perform at SPISE, but more so biology and chemistry, and that's what I hope to focus on when I go off to university this year.
I have a passion for science, so I was hoping to further my knowledge. So yeah, I was hoping to go and learn more about physics and chemistry, mostly physics, because that's like the subject that I like the most.
Finding out that I was selected to be on SPISE was really exciting, because SPISE is a prestigious program here in the region, and most scientists in the region really have it in high standings. And when I told my science teachers about it, they were really excited. So I was really excited myself. It happened, I found out on a holiday, and I was really, really happy about it.
They had us in Barbados for 4 weeks at the UE Phillip campus. And basically they spent the time teaching us advanced physics, biochemistry, and also the main things we did was physics, biochemistry, and mathematics. But also together with that, we also learned entrepreneurship, because they were teaching us about how basically to use what we've learned in science to actually create a business, make a living off of it, that kind of stuff. And also we had different seminars with professionals who taught us what they've learned and how they got where they are, so that we could follow a similar path to get into those professions. And also we spent some time learning just basic life skills like time management and stuff like that would definitely help us along the way.
I expected to have a better understanding of biochemistry, that particular area, and also the calculus and the physics and the electronics, because I haven't really touched the electronics as well. So I expected to be involved in university level biochemistry. But aside from all the academics, I also expected to make some friends and enjoy myself in Barbados while still learning and actually being able to place myself on a higher level to prepare for university.
It was definitely an interesting experience, because I was surrounded by a lot of people I didn't know. So yeah, I ended up making a lot of good friends very quickly. And yeah, basically we spent the time there just getting to know each other, helping each other out to learn the material.
Aside from what I would call the chalk and talk that would occur in some areas, I also did electronics and renewable energy. And so we were responsible for designing windmill blades and to see which group could produce the most efficient windmill blades. And so we had to come up with different formulae as to how efficient our windmill blades will be. And so from the start of the program, we focused specifically on that.
We spent more time doing like practical work than in regular school. So basically while we were up there, a large amount of the time we were doing actual like experiments and things to show. Like every time we did a concept in the class, we would try to find a way to test it out in the lab, which was, yeah, especially for the physics teacher. We were in the lab several times a week doing experiments, different things, tests, to test out a lot of the theories and things that we learned.
Right across from where I live, we have the first wind farm in the OECS. So I really like that, and I think that renewable energy is becoming a very, very, very important topic here in the world generally because of climate change and the effects that we have in terms of global warming and so on. So it really, really impacted me, and it was something that I did in high school as well. So I found it as a continuation to what I did in high school.
So basically half of us spent time making wind turbines and to basically create electricity. And the other half of us spent our time doing robotics, which is what I did, the robotics. And basically that class was almost only practical work. So like we did a little theory at the beginning, but then after that, every time we came to class, we spent our time building robots, making them do different things, and yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun.
I found it helpful in that you had a diversity of what I would call science majors in one team. So I was in a team with two other girls, one from Guyana and one from Trinidad and Tobago. One of them really loves physics, the other loves chemistry, and I love biology. So I think it was a really good mixture, and we were able to come up with good ideas, thrash them out, and in the end we were successful.
At the end of the program, we created an underwater robot, yeah, which basically swam underwater to do different tasks to collect. We had to collect table tennis balls, yeah, and also at the top of the water, and also golf balls at the bottom of the water. So we had to make it big. We had to basically program it to do different things, which was a lot of fun learning how to do. I got really close with the people that were in my area because like we would help each other out. There were a lot of times where we had work to do, we had to stay up all night getting it done. So yeah, we ended up getting really close. And yeah, I would definitely say like on a grand scale, like all of us got very, very close in that 4 weeks. Yeah, like we still talk today, all of us, we still talk like online and so.
Definitely, I think the transition from the type of learning I'm accustomed to here in high school to the university level learning, and that you're expected to do most of the work on your own. But I really like the lecture styles that I experienced in Barbados at the SPISE, particularly in physics. That was really good because I don't have a natural love for physics, but the lecturer really, really made it understandable.
What the entrepreneurship project was basically they put us into groups, and then each group had to think of an idea for like a product or service that they could offer. So we had to spend time creating a business model, doing financing and figuring out how you could actually get it done in real life. So what my group did was we designed an application that would basically show different like landmarks and areas in the Caribbean. It was mostly like targeted towards tourists. So when they come to the Caribbean, they can open up the application and it would show them like different information about the different places they can go and all that kind of stuff. So like it would give them some direction as to what they can do here. Based on our product, we won the competition.
At SPISE, I was able to obtain most improved student in physics as well as the best student in Caribbean Unity. And in terms of the extracurricular activities, I mainly participated in the island tours. That was pretty much it, to the photovoltaic plant up north in Barbados, as well as a visit to Oyston's. But it was mainly centered around the activities they scheduled for us on Saturdays.
Coming from SPISE, the two things that I would say helped me the most were, one, the information that I learned at SPISE has been a great help with what I'm doing here in school, because some of the things I'm doing now I did already. So that was definitely a help to take off a little bit of the load from me. And also a big thing I learned at SPISE was time management, because the workload there was much higher than I was used to. So you couldn't waste any time or you would fall behind. So yeah, I had to learn how to manage my time properly. So yeah, that's helped me here to do that as well.
In the immediate future, I plan to apply what I learned in SPISE for particularly biochemistry to university. I'm planning to go to university September this year doing biochemistry. And so I think that knowledge that I learned at SPISE, I'll certainly try to apply it in what I learned at university. In the distant future, however, I plan to go into medicine, specifically neurosurgery. So some aspects of SPISE, I'm sure, will come back at that point in time.
Best advice I could give would be learn how to manage time. That's basically, in my view, how you manage your time, it makes the difference between everything. Like how much time you spend doing the things that are important and how much time you spend doing the things that are not important, that will basically decide your success and your future. If you spend your time doing what you need to do, you will be successful. Like, you must be successful.
My advice to any young people aspiring to get into science or any other area is to seek out what you really love and then apply to as many programs to seek as many opportunities as possible in that area. Last year I applied to probably around 5 programs. I was successful in SPISE, and so that was my calling, I guess.
Any students in the Caribbean that have heard about SPISE, I would definitely recommend that you try to go, because I can definitely say that coming from SPISE, I've learned a lot, and it's helped me to do better and to manage my time better now than I used to before. So I would recommend trying to go to SPISE.
You're watching ECCB Connects, protecting our currency, developing our region. And now for this week's financial tip.
Make use of saving plans where money is automatically deducted from your salary and deposited on a separate account.
This makes it easy to forget this amount, leaving a pleasant surprise at the end of the savings period.
To view any episode of ECCB Connects anytime, any place, at your convenience, check us out on YouTube or Facebook at ECCB Connects.
Here's where we end this week's episode of ECCB Connects. Is there a topic you'd like us to cover? Send us an email or message us on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and do join us again next week when we'll be back with another program.